know what Americans love more than chocolate? Losing weight. Probably that they put on from eating the chocolate. But what's the worst part of losing weight, even if you were successful at taking off 10, 20, maybe 50 pounds or even more? It's something that just about anyone who has ever lost weight with dieting has experienced. Chances are pretty good it's eventually going to come back. And it gets even worse. Statistically, the majority of people who lose a decent amount of weight through dieting eventually gain it back plus around 15% more. The reason for that is something that I'm going to explain in my upcoming presentation about Standard Process's remarkable 21-day purification program. This is a class you won't want to miss. I'm Dr. Jeff Wilson, and I've spent over 20 years studying nutrition science, and what I really enjoy is helping patients with nutritional therapies, dietary counseling, and weight loss strategies. I'm also a professionally trained cook, and I love to eat really good and healthy food. So food and nutritional science is a passion of mine in several ways. What I'm about to share with you may change the way you think about your nutritional health, which is basically a reflection of your overall health. And hopefully encourage you to know there is a much better solution to losing weight, feeling better, and staying that way. Let's face it, as a country, we don't eat well. It's no surprise that we rank among the bottom of all the developed nations in the world for health. And unfortunately, we're also one of the most obese. How we got that way has a lot to do with the changes in our nation's food supply. Changes that will most likely make you cringe. But more on that at another time. Most foods we eat are modified, genetically altered, or replaced with substances that are slowly but relentlessly compromising our health. Aside from our consumption of unfavorable foods, exposure to pollutants, pesticides, hygiene products, and of course our normal internal metabolic waste all contribute to our toxic overload. All these impurities must be excreted from the body. Our liver, kidneys, and other organs are designed to remove normal waste products. But the vast amount of chemicals, food additives, and abundant toxins that we're exposed to every day overwhelm our metabolism. Incidentally, the foreign toxins in your body, the ones your liver and metabolism can't break down and expel, are stored in your fat cells. This is another reason why our purification program and fat loss are tied together. The effect that all these toxic substances have on the body is very harmful, but most people don't realize how much. I'm pretty sure that most often we all try to avoid the obvious harmful chemicals like weed killer or splashing kitchen cleansers on our food. But some are a little more insidious, like if you work in a factory or just driving your car. It's pretty hard to avoid car exhaust when you're on the road every day. But the worst of all is what we eat. Unfortunately, most of us are unaware of how badly the poor foods that we consume affect our health. Sadly, there is a significant amount of harmful effects from the foods that we eat. They are responsible for far more disease problems than most people are even remotely aware of. This is why our purification program is so important and has such dramatic results for many people. Now, I don't want to make this a rant about the food industry, processed foods, and the massive overconsumption of sugar in our society, so I'll just leave it at that. You see, I have this passion and a message to share with everyone, that we have to take control of our own health. The good news? It's a lot easier than you think. And that's what I enjoy. I'm here to help answer those questions and provide real solutions. One of the best ways to start is to detoxify the body. We prefer the term purification because it entails a more healthy way of cleansing, which is what I will demonstrate at my presentation. It allows your body and metabolism to be cleansed from much of the interference that prevents your body from feeling well, having energy, and simply working right. Symptoms of a toxic body are digestive problems or heartburn, headaches, mental fog, poor sleep and fatigue, food cravings and weight gain, low libido, skin rashes or itching, and much, much more. It's like taking your car in and having the oil changed, the radiator flushed, the fuel filter unclogged, and the air filter replaced, and so on. Your car will undoubtedly run much better, right? Of course, that's a simple analogy, but hopefully you get the idea. Your body is much more complex and requires a lot more attention to detail. Now, I know what you may be thinking. There's a lot of hype and not so trustworthy so-called detox products on the market, but I want to assure you that that's not the case here. The products and the 21-day system design for our purification program are backed with over 80 years of clinical research from Standard Process. Standard Process is the best whole foods nutritional company, in my professional opinion, that exists. In their 80 plus years, they have literally written the book on organic whole foods nutrition. So when I prescribe a nutritional therapy to my patients, I'm completely confident with the products that we use, which are thoroughly supported by the most current research and training. Their purification program has helped thousands. The results range from simply restoring good digestive health to better mental clarity. But the most common result is losing weight. Now, although I want to make a point that you don't have to lose weight if that's not your goal, cleansing the body is the key. But personally, I don't know of anyone who hasn't had great results in some way. In all the years I've been consulting patients about nutrition and diet, it always comes down to the most important fact. Support the body with the absolute best essentials that the body requires, eliminate the junk that it doesn't need, and it will readily overcome the majority of health issues that we have put upon it. This purification program is an excellent way to do just that. This system will revitalize your metabolism and clean out the gunk. It will help you transition into satisfying, health-supporting foods and away from a dependence on health-destroying substances. Literally thousands of people have used this purification program with great success. Because it is based on the essential whole foods that your body needs, along with specific cleansing nutrients to thoroughly detoxify, but in a most health-supporting way. If you've been frustrated with dieting, other detox products, or are just ready to take a great step forward in your health, then I strongly encourage you to come to the presentation. I promise it will be worth your time. And hey, it's free anyway. It's really the best way I have to provide all the information and answers about all the benefits and how to get started. Let's face it, we're all quite a bit different in our state of health, what our goals may be, what our health history is, and so on. So I simply can't prescribe a one-size-fits-all nutritional program like the ones blasting over the radio and TV commercials all the time. So please click the link below to register, because I do have limited space. But don't worry, we won't shut anyone out, or we just have to know so we can make accommodations. I look forward to seeing you and really helping you to support a more healthy, vibrant, and cleaner body, and with probably a few less pounds.